let me address the elephant in the room. I know it's taken me way too long to get this video out, but between life and technical difficulties, I'm bringing it to you now. So here we go. All right. So season 27, episode 6, the ladies and Zach head to Tallinn, Estonia, which apparently is supposed to be a real romantic place to be. I didn't know that myself, but now I do. It's very picturesque, very old-fashioned architecture. Looks pretty nice, looks like a great place to visit. The ladies haven't seen Zach for about a week. He's been on the DL with the COV-19. Everybody's just excited, can't wait to see each other, and hoping that they're the one to get that next coveted one-on-one. So last week we had the group date canceled, as well as Charity had her date canceled. So we first cut to Zach and Jesse, and they're having a conversation over some high tea. Jesse to Jack Palmer asks Zach, how are you feeling about the ladies? Where are you at in terms of connection with all of them? For the most part, Zach has, nothing negative to say. Goes through all the ladies and, just gives Jesse a quick little blurb on how he feels about each of these ladies. Here we find out as well that Greer's actually tested positive as well, so she's on the DL for a week. Zach expresses his sympathies for that and hopes that she's well. So the door knocks and it's the envelope for the one-on-one date. All the ladies are expressing how much they miss Zach, how much they can't wait to see him. Jess explains that, she's feeling down. She is feeling unsure. She hasn't gotten a one-on-one date yet. So she's hoping that this is the time where she gets her one-on-one date. The envelope arrives and boom, it turns out that Charity is going to get a second chance at her one-on-one date, as like I said before, she had her one-on-one date canceled last week due to Zach being sick. So I think it's good that she gets another shot. So right off the hop, Charity gets ready. And so in comes Mr. Shawcross. And of course, all the ladies are pleased to see him as he's there to pick up Charity for their one-on-one date. Now, this is where some funny business happens. Before Charity and Zach leave for the one-on-one date, Kat decides to pull Zach aside to have a conversation. And she says to him, can we have a conversation before you go on your date? And of course, he's not going to say no. They go into the hallway. And what do you know? Kat's trifling ass decides to kiss Zach before he goes on this one-on-one date with Charity. Now, I don't know about you, but that is some sketchy business. How do you think she would feel if somebody did that to her? I don't think she would like it that much, and I'm sure she wouldn't be expressing that. So the fact that she thought that it was a good idea, beyond me. So this catches the ire of the rest of the ladies, and especially Brooklyn, where Gabby, she's sitting there, she's saying like, first of all, what the hell is going on? Why is she grabbing him? You look around the room. Katie, what the hell? Gabby, what the hell? Brooklyn, what the hell? Charity, what the hell? Ariel, what is going on? She comes back and Gabby, being very observant, notices that there is lip gloss on Zach's lips that she doesn't believe he applied himself. It's fair to say, why would he be wearing lip gloss? Just a wild situation. So the ladies, Zach comes back. The ladies are all kind of sketched out. Charity and Zach leave for their date and people start to question Kat's intentions, especially Brooklyn. She finds it very, very distasteful. So on Charity and Zach's date, he sets up a horse and carriage ride through the beautiful cobblestone streets of Tallinn, Estonia. Very beautiful. Like I said, picturesque, old architecture, just very, very, very beautiful. They come across an event that is happening in a field. It turns out to be a wife-carrying competition or a wife-carrying race, apparently part of Estonian culture. So, being the spontaneous person that he is, he says, let's go, let's do this. And Charity, of course, she's along for the ride. Now, I gotta say, luckily for Zach, Charity is not a large person. I just mean like large in like stature, like height. Might be a little awkward trying to carry somebody who is as tall or just a little bit shorter than you. And secondly, this is not a competition that look like it would favor anybody short. So, all them short kings out there, I'm sorry, you might have to take a seat on this one. So Zach shows his physical prowess, running through the obstacle course at lightning speed, carrying Charity on his back. As well, you catch a glimpse of Jesse 2 Jack Palmer watching these events. It was great. It was funny, definitely neat. After that, we head back to the telly where the girls are discussing what happened just prior to Zach and Charity leaving on their date. You have Brooklyn and Katie talking about how distasteful they thought it was. Brooklyn especially, like I said, she is hella peeved by these actions of Kat. This is where the drama stems from in this episode. Kat immediately playing the victim, doesn't believe she did anything wrong. She's saying, I wanted to see him, I miss him, so I'm gonna do it whenever I can. Which, I mean, sure, but at the same time, she's gotta realize there's a time and place for everything, and every other lady probably would have wanted to do the same thing, but they decided not to do it during somebody else's moment. And I think that's the thing that is really driving people crazy in this situation, is it was Charity's moment, you tried to hijack it, that's why we're upset. But she doesn't seem to think that there is anything wrong with it. She even has a conversation with Gabby where she tries to explain herself, and quite frankly, Gabby says, for lack of better words, girl, cut the crap, it was BS, you shouldn't have done it. I don't care how you feel, what you were thinking, you thought it was a good idea, it wasn't, and you should apologize. But Kat doesn't see it, she's very stubborn, as I can see, and she doesn't want anything to do with that. So from there, you see Zach and Charity on their date. They go to some sort of Estonian spirit house where the gentleman behind the desk gives them somewhat kind of pepper drink to try. They didn't find it too tasty, but nonetheless, they had a few beverages, tried a couple different things out. It seemed pretty cool. As we cut back to the telly, Jess starts her spiral. She's talking to Gabby about how she feels, how she hasn't gotten a one-on-one. She feels very disappointed. She feels like she's lost touch with Zach. And Gabby just tries to talk her off the ledge. Try to say, you know what? Don't worry. Everything be okay. You're still here for a reason. So you just got to try and maximize your time with Zach. Gabby gets Jess laughing, smiling a little bit, hopefully walked her back. But you can definitely see at this point that Jess is spiraling in historic fashion. So now we get to the group date envelope. This is going to determine who's on the group date, who gets that final one-on-one. Turns out Jess is the last name called for the group date, and she continues the spiral. Big time. She's upset. Ariel gets the one-on-one. She just full breakdown. Can't believe it. And I think at this point, this is where the demise of Jess happens in this episode. When she didn't get that second one-on-one, she decided that she was done because emotionally, she just was not there. All right, so fast forward to the next date. Charity talks about the date that she had with Zach, all the things they did, how fun it was, all that good stuff. And after Charity says how nice it was, Kat pipes up and she says, you know what? I don't want to talk about this before the group date. And Brooklyn immediately interrupts. Brooklyn says, oh, you don't want to ruin the group date, so you don't have a good time, but you don't mind ruining Charity's date? And Kat right away is like, why are you being so aggressive? And Brooklyn says, because you have your head up your ass. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Kat out here trying to play the victim again, like I said, and Brooklyn is right there to be like, no. You're in the wrong. Cut the shit. Stop with this madness. So on the group date, the ladies are all bundled up out to see Zach. They show up to what appears is like a house in the woods kind of thing. They have gone to see an Estonian witch. First thing they do is she explains all the kind of things that she does. They get the white sage out. They start burning the white sage, cleansing auras, all that good stuff. So the next thing the witch pulls out is this candle. She tells them to hold the candle, look through the flame, and it will develop strong internal love for each other. Something like that. I tell you, you could not make this up. Katie goes up there, flame, no problem. Allie, all the girls go up there, no problem. Jess goes up there, and to add insult to injury, when her and Zach are holding the candle, the flame goes out, accentuating Jess's spiral. It is, I try not to laugh, but it just couldn't have happened any better. It just couldn't have worked out any better for this spiral situation. So, Jess is in her spiral. The ladies get ready for the after party. They're looking all nice in their cocktail dresses. I see a lot of satin. I see Gabby's wearing leather. The ladies look fabulous. Absolutely great. And once again, the drama does pop off a little bit as Brooklyn and Kat confront each other. Kat says she doesn't want to talk about this before she speaks to Zach. She doesn't want to be sad or whatever. Brooklyn says, I don't give a damn. I would talk to you about it right now until you say you're sorry and admit that you were wrong. Well, Jess decided to steal the show in that regard. So Mr. Shallcross comes over looking all disheveled. I gotta say, you know, his top couple buttons were undone. He's got a fresh drink. The way he's walking, he's Jess. Anyways, they roll in, they start talking, and things just go downhill. She expresses to Zach, you know, I haven't gotten a one-on-one yet, so it's making me real upset. And Zach's like, you know what? It's not about the one-on-one. It's about the connection that we have, the time we spend together, all that kind of stuff. And she just keeps on going. I think she brought it up like 3-4 times. And I think after the 4th time, Zach was like, okay, I don't know what to do right now. I'm trying to tell you that don't worry about not getting a one-on-one. We'll have that time together. And Jess just didn't want to hear it. So poof, Jess decides that she's gonna leave. She ain't gonna fight for nobody, something like that. And that's that. So Zach is befuddled. He's walking her out to the car. He's shaking his head. He can't believe what's going on. Like, how this just happened? What's going on here? Like, I don't understand. Boom, Jess is gone. Zach comes back. He's upset. He says no group date, Rose. And the ladies are mind boggled. All right, so it's the next day, Ariel's date day. They go to a spa retreat. They get into sauna, Estonian sauna. They do like the leaf hitting thingamabobber. I can't remember what it's called, as well as a hot tub. They run into a couple nudists as well along the way. A couple times they run into them too. I'm not going to say they got proposition, but you know what? We didn't see it, but who say it didn't happen? They enjoy themselves, have themselves a great date. She gets the one-on-one rose. No problem. Let's take it to the rose ceremony, baby. Kat is visibly upset a little bit. I think this is how I would rank these girls in Zach's favor. I'll do this before we talk about the rose ceremony, okay? I think number 1 is Gabby. Number 2, a close number 2 is Ariel, I believe. Number 3, I think is Brooklyn. And a close number 4 to that number 3 is Katie. Now, number 5, I would put Greer. Because she's not here, and she's on the DL, I put Greer at number 5, number 6, and number 7. I'd say about Allie and Kat around 6 or 7. Now, here's the thing, Gabby. So we have Ariel and Charity. Oh, I forgot Charity. Okay, I'll put Charity around 5 or 6 as well. I don't think she's up there in the top 3. Honestly, I think the top 3 is Gabby, Ariel, and Brooklyn. So we have Charity and Ariel with roses already. Gabby gets a rose. Katie gets the 2nd rose. Brooklyn gets the 3rd rose. And that leaves us with 1 more rose between Allie and Kat. He decides that he wants to test the waters with Kat more so than Allie. So Kat gets the rose. Allie's on her way out. Honestly, I mean, I think if Greer was there, Greer probably would have spiraled her way out and both of those 2 other ladies would have been good. But nonetheless, Allie's done. Kat's get the rose. Greer's back next week. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel like Kat was wrong or right? And do you think it was fair for Brooklyn to attack her the way she did? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like button, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. This has been your 5-minute fix.